Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. And so for today's video I have such an exciting video for all of you guys, and I'm going to be sharing with you guys my 2018 makeup beauty favorites. So this is makeup that I have loved throughout the entire year of 2018, so you know these products are really good because a lot of them I came into 2018 with, and a lot of them I also just found recently but have just been loving them so much that they are just my holy grail products. So these are just products I have just been wearing every single day that I absolutely love, and definitely suggest all of you guys to go out and purchase because they are all just such good products. And I love watching these videos because I love finding new makeup and trying new makeup, so hopefully this video can help you guys if you guys are interested in some new makeup. So yeah, I literally have so many products right in front of me, so let's just go ahead and get started. Okay, so I was debating if I wanted to do just like one foundation, one concealer, one bronzer, and I tried to do that, but sometimes it was just a little bit too hard to do. So in a couple categories I have a couple of products, but for the most part I do kind of only have like one product in each category. I'm going to go ahead and start off with moisturizer because I'm going to do this the way that I would do my own makeup. So for moisturizer, I definitely would say the First Aid Beauty Ultra Repair Cream. This moisturizer is so good. I got mine at Black Friday, not this past Black Friday, but the year before, and I use it every single day, and I use such a generous amount, and it lasted me literally an entire year. So definitely recommend it. And then moving on to primer, I have two primers to share with you guys. The first one is the Too Faced Hangover RX Primer. I have loved this one for so long. It is so good, and I did want to mention it in this video because this was such like a holy grail product for me. But recently I started using this one from Becca, and this is the First Light Priming Filter. I started using this in September and have just fallen in love with it. Like, I use this one on a more day-to-day basis versus the Too Faced one. So I did want to include both of these in here because these are both really good primers. And then moving on to foundation, I want to talk about my Makeup Revolution Conceal and Define Full Coverage Foundation. Oh my god, is this literally the best foundation I have ever tried in my entire life. It is so good, and I've heard a lot of people who have dry skin don't really like this. I have dry skin, but I absolutely love this. I feel like this can kind of go towards different skin types. I feel like as long as you know how to manipulate a foundation, you can pretty much get any foundation to work for you. And this one is just so good. It's so full coverage, it's so lightweight. I just absolutely love the way it makes my skin look, so I would definitely recommend this. And then kind of like an honorable mention of a foundation is the L'Oreal Paris Infallible Pro Glow Foundation. I really like this. This used to be my go-to until I discovered the Makeup Revolution one. And then moving on to concealer, I have one concealer that has stood out to me so much, and this is the Makeup Revolution Conceal and Define Full Coverage Concealer, and this is actually the super size version of it. They do have a mini one that you can find in stores, but this super size one is available online only. But this concealer is so nice. It is so hydrating, it is so full coverage, and again, it's very lightweight, so I definitely would recommend this. I think it is so good. So this has definitely been a concealer that I have been loving throughout the entire year. And then moving on to powder, I have one powder that has stood out to me so much, and this is from Maybelline, and this is their Fit Me Loose Finishing Powder. This stuff is so good, and it lasts a really long time because you get so much product in here. You can find it at the drugstore, so it's super affordable, so I definitely recommend it. I just love the way this looks on my skin. It just makes my skin look completely airbrushed. And then moving on to bronzer, I want to talk about, this is kind of like a bronzer and a highlight in one type of situation. This is from Tarte, and this is their Pro Glow palette, and I cannot say enough good things about this. You guys have heard me talk about this palette so much. So you have a powder bronzer, which I use all the time, and then you also have a cream bronzer, which I absolutely love this one as well. And then you do have 4 highlights. These 4 highlights are really good. They're not my top highlights. Like, the highlights that I'm going to talk about, I like more than these, but these are still really good. So I would definitely recommend this palette, and I know Tarte just came out with a new palette like this with blushes and highlights, I believe, so I'm really interested in that to kind of test that out because I love this palette so much. It is so good. And then moving on to blush, I'm not a huge blush fan, as you guys know, so just quickly I'm going to talk about these two blushes. So I have the Physicians Formula Butter Blush, and this is in the shade Natural Glow. I really like this. And then I also like the Tarte Unstoppable blush. This is their Amazonian Clay blushes, and these have a really good formula. This is what that shade looks like. I just don't really wear blush that often, but both of these blushes are really good. And then moving on to a highlight, which is my favorite category, and this was really hard. This was definitely a hard category, but I think my top highlight that I have to talk about is from ColourPop, and this is the Flexitarian Super Shock Cheek. I cannot say enough good things about this product. It is so nice. It's been a product that I've had for about a year and a half now, and I've loved it ever since I've purchased it. This is a cream highlight, so I did want to talk about my powdered highlights that I really like. So I have another one from ColourPop, and this is their pressed powdered face. And this is what this highlight looks like, and this is in the shade here, Kitty Kitty. And I really like this because I do have really pale skin, so a lot of highlights are too dark for me, but this one is not, and same with the Flexitarian. That one is not too dark on my skin, like you can't just see it sitting on there, so would definitely recommend this for people who do have pale skin. Alright, and then next we are going to go ahead and move on to the eyes. So I do have two like glitter toppers that I want to talk about before we get into eyeshadow. So I have the Stila Magnificent Metals Glitter and Glow Liquid Eyeshadow. Such an amazing product. I started using this more so as just like a lower lash line glitter type of situation compared to putting it on the lids for eyeshadow looks. So I've been kind of using this that way on my lower lash line, and I absolutely love the way that it looks because it can really kind of glam up your look if you're just doing mascara. So I really liked this one. And then something super similar is the ColourPop Supernova Shadows. These ones are also incredible. I really like them. So these have definitely been two products I have been using throughout the year. My ColourPop one is in the shade Constellation, and then my Stila is in the shade Smoky Storm. Both are beautiful and stunning, so definitely would recommend them. They're definitely products I have been using throughout 2018. So now we're going to move on to eyeshadow, and this was really hard for me, especially because recently I have not been wearing eyeshadow that often. I did select a couple of palettes. The first two kind of go hand in hand together that I want to talk about. So these are both from Too Faced, and this is the Just Peachy Mattes, and then this is the Sweet Peach palette, and I really like both of these to create looks. These are palettes that I normally would use like in the summertime and springtime just because of the colors. So these are by no means new palettes. You guys have already seen what they look like, but just in case you don't know, this is what this Sweet Peach palette looks like. And then also the Just Peachy Mattes looks like this. They are really good palettes to use together. I really like them. The pigmentation is really good and they blend easily. I just love the looks that I create with them. Next palette that I have to share with you guys is the Too Faced Chocolate Bar palette. If I want an eyeshadow look that's just like a brown in the crease and like a champagne or gold shade all over the lid, which is kind of what I normally do for my eyeshadow, I pick up the Too Faced Chocolate Bar palette. Such a stunning palette. I love this so much, and again, this isn't a new palette, but it just is so beautiful, and I just love the looks I've created out of it. So it's definitely kind of been like my go-to neutral eyeshadow palette. And then the last palette that I want to recommend is a palette that I just recently purchased, but I have just been so blown away by the quality, and I just absolutely love all of the makeup looks that I've created with it, and that is the new nude palette from Huda Beauty. This palette is just breathtaking. It is so stunning. If I want a pink look, I go directly to this palette. I definitely see this palette being one of my staple pink eyeshadow palettes because I do have a couple of palettes that are on the pink side, and I personally really love pink eyeshadow. So when I saw this one, I was like, okay, I definitely need it. And then moving on to mascara, I have two new mascaras that I purchased within the past like month and a half, but I do really like them. And mascaras to me are kind of something where like I almost just feel like they're kind of like all the same, or I never really find one that like I truly like. They're all just kind of like whatever for me. But these two products I have found recently and have been absolutely obsessed and like cannot wear any other mascara besides these two. So the first one is the L'Oreal Voluminous Original Mascara. This is so good, and it's super affordable, so this has definitely been a mascara that I have been using every single day. And then also the Lancome Monsieur Big mascara. This one is high-end, but I definitely think it's worth the money. So these two mascaras I have found out recently, but I do really like them. And then for an eyeliner, I would say my Stila Sail Day Waterproof Eyeliner. this is like my go-to eyeliner. It's just such an incredible liner that lasts all day, does not smudge, does not do anything. It just works so well. So this has been a favorite of mine for the past like 2-3 years. I just really like this eyeliner. And then for a brow pencil, there's no surprise here. This is the e.l.f. brow pencil in the shade Taupe. As you guys know, my brows are pretty much already naturally filled in, and so I don't really have to do a lot to them, but this e.l.f. one works so well for what I need to get done, and it's literally $2, so it's so affordable. And then for a setting spray, I want to mention the Morphe Continuous Setting Mist. This again is a product that I have picked up recently, but I have just fallen in love with it. It works so well. I definitely do see a difference when I wear this versus when I don't wear it. I think it just makes all my makeup look so much better and just last so much longer, so would definitely say this has been a product that I've been loving. And then another setting spray is the Milani Make It Last setting spray. This one is so good. I try not to use too much of this because it does contain alcohol in it and I don't want to be spraying that all over my face, but I still do really like it. And then I feel like I kind of have to mention this. This is the Mario Badescu Rose Water Spray. You guys know I have liked this for a really long time now. I think I've been using this spray for like almost 2 years now. It works so well and I just love how refreshing it is on my skin and how it sets my makeup. Alright, and then lastly we have some lip products. So I have a bunch to kind of share with you guys, some of my favorite red lips, neutral, and just chapsticks to talk about. So I first want to talk about a lip balm. This is the Smith's Rosebud Salve. By far the best chapstick I have found. I started using this in May. Ever since I found it in May, like, I was just so blown away. It works so well. And then moving on to my favorite red lip. So I have to give it up to Kylie Cosmetics. Her lip kits, especially this red one, is so good. So this is in the shade Mary Jo K, and you guys have heard me talk about this before. So it comes with a lip liner and then also the liquid lip. This actually isn't the red that I'm wearing right now. I tried out a new red lip for today, but I do love my Kylie ones because they last all day long. They don't transfer, they don't bleed out. Literally, it is the perfect red. So love this red lip so much. The next lip product that I want to mention is a more like everyday natural lip product, and this is from Sephora Collection, and this is in the shade number 3, and this is what the shade looks like. I just think it's so beautiful, especially if I don't want a lot of color on my lips, but I do want a little something. This is definitely my go-to. The finish is cream, just to let you guys know, but I still do really like it. The next lip product that I have is something where if I don't want to be as bold as a red, but I do want to be a little bit more than just like a nude, I will pick up this, and this is the ColourPop Luxe lipstick. This formula is so good. I'm new to Luxe lipsticks, but I really like this. I actually picked this up in September, so it has been my favorite for a couple months now, but I really like it. This is in the shade Still Crazy, and I just think that this shade is just so stunning. So I definitely wanted to speak on it because I think this shade is really beautiful. Those were all of my 2018 makeup beauty favorites. So I really hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I hope it was helpful for you guys if maybe you guys are interested in trying out some new makeup. Obviously, these products I would 100% recommend. They have been my favorites, whether I just discovered them or have been using them throughout the entire year or even just like 6 months. I think all these products are amazing, and I would definitely recommend them to all of you guys. So I really hope you guys enjoyed this video, and if you did, make sure to subscribe to my channel and make sure to follow me on my social medias. I'll make sure to leave those in the description box down below, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye!